Yes, indeed. Colby Covington done with the UFC and UFC at the White House. What are the rules? Who's in charge? Who's in charge? Let's go and do the thing where we see AJ. There he is.
Yo, my homie.
Yo.
Go Habs. I guess go.
Go.
It's not looking
going.
to keep on going, man.
Yeah.
It's not over till the fat lady sings, bud.
Where's that lady?
We need her.
I don't think we need her yet.
Who is that lady, by the way?
We want the lady to not be there because then it'll be over. It's not over.
Yeah. As Johnny would say, it's not looking so good.
There's
been a lot of hype in the city. It's not looking good.
3-1, they're down, so it's not good. When you're down 3-1 in a playoff series, it's not good because if you lose one more game, it's over. Best of 7. That's
all
how it
over.
Works. So
Vegas looks good, dude. Vegas looks good, man. They're on fire, man. Whoever comes out of this series has to meet up with these guys, and it's
they're a dynasty. Man. I was talking to my brother today. And I was like, "How long has this Vegas team been around?" He's like, 9 years.
Not long.
Like, and they've been in the Stanley Cup final 3 times, and they've won it. What?
Isn't that crazy?
Once, twice? I don't know. But they're a dynasty.
Crazy, eh?
You know, they've really become like a force in NHL hockey, which is surprising. All of a sudden, here comes Vegas, and they're there all the time. But I really don't pay too much attention to that. We're going to talk about some MMA here tonight, AJ. We're not going to talk about my Yankees because they didn't play today, so there's nothing really to talk about. You know,
you're in a good mood, man.
I mean,
they didn't lose.
In a good mood. We swept the Royals. Got business done there. We got the A's tomorrow. That'll be good.
Did you see the Grand Prix, by the way?
With the A's? No, I did not.
Like, it was so early in Montreal. It was just so cold, man. I don't know, man. Like, the rescheduling of the Montreal Grand Prix has messed things up.
I don't know.
Because usually it would be next week, right?
Okay. When was it?
And it's warmer in Montreal. It was
did it happen
Sunday
already?
That passed, dude.
Oh,
yeah, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
See? Not good, dude.
It wasn't.
I mean,
good?
It was a great race. It was a good race.
Yeah.
You know? But, usually we have it in June, the Grand Prix here in Montreal. And it kind of like is kind of like the prelude to, summer is coming, So everybody's in the beat and whatnot. But it was a cold Sunday. Remember how cold it was?
Yeah.
It was
so it
damp.
was earlier
it was just like,
in the season this year?
Yeah, and it started later. So usually the Grand Prix is a Sunday, usually in the first week of June.
Huh.
And usually the race starts at 2 o'clock. Yeah, there was something to do with it's got to do with budgeting things. And they want to keep all races in North America. Like before it would go from like Miami and then it would go over to Europe and then come back to Montreal. So that's where it would probably push off into June.
Yeah.
But with this whole new thing, they want to keep costs really low. So what they do is they go from Miami. So instead of flying out, they just truck everything straight down to Montreal, which kind of makes sense. But the only thing is that here in Montreal, being in Canada, things get pretty cold or unpredictable in May.
In May.
Yeah.
It's cold out right now.
And for the drivers too.
Yeah.
It's chilly out there, man. I'm looking out the window, man, and it's like, Jack Frost is still around. But that's what I'm trying to say. So, the Grand Prix needs to save some bucks. So Montreal kind of gets shafted. But all to say is it's Montreal is a happening city for at least till Friday.
Yeah, then everything dies down.
And then after that, man, it's all MMA. We won't be talking about anything else.
No. Well, the Yankees, Johnny North in the chat pointing out that the Rays are still in first place and the Yankees are in second. And that's true.
Johnny's coming out hard again, man. A left and a right.
Whatever, Season's not over. I like the way the Yankees have been playing recently, and The Rays have been losing a lot of games. So, and Johnny also is a Red Sox fan, so he really shouldn't.
So it doesn't count.
Well, what's he gonna say? The Red Sox are one of the worst teams in all of baseball. He can't talk to me about the Yankees when the Red Sox have a 23-32 record, dead last in the East.
Oof.
Yeah, he points out that
got you there.
He points out that the Rays are in first. How about I point out that your Red Sox are in dead last and they're terrible and they lost again today? How about Ronald Acuña's grand slam over the monster, helping the Braves smash the Red Sox at Fenway today? How about that, John? You want to bring up baseball things? Careful in the chat, John.
Ouch.
I can get you.
Ouch.
Be careful. It's a low blow. It's not a low blow.
Johnny,
Trying to tell me that the Rays still in first place. Well, how about Red Sox are still garbage?
Why didn't words,
Red Sox are like worse than the Mets. How about that? Worse than the Mets. Although
I used to like the Mets.
Slightly better record, but it's like by a game. The Red Sox are on Mets level garbage right now.
Oh,
deal with it. It's true. It's the truth.
The Yankees.
Yeah. Listen to this.
Ball game over. Yankees win.
Get used to it.
Yankees win.
Garrett Cole looked incredible yesterday. What a rotation. Best rotation in baseball. Anyways, Colby Covington is done with the UFC.
Colby.
I mean, okay. I don't know, man. I don't have much to say about Colby Covington being done with the UFC. I feel like, was Colby Covington even still in the UFC? The last time he fought in the UFC was 2024. So, and before that, he fought in 2023. And before that, he fought once in 2022. And before that, he fought once in 2021. Before that, he fought once in 2020. So for the past 6 years, well, I mean, not even. For the last 4 years of his career in the UFC, he fought once a year. 5 years. 2020, beat Tyron Woodley. 2021, lost to Usman again in a rematch. 2022, beat Masvidal. 2023, lost to Leon Edwards in a title match. Another title fight. He got a lot of title fights in his career. And 2024, he lost to Joaquin Buckley. And Colby is framing it as, I saw a clip of the Colby on Helwani, and he was like, oh, you know, I still have a great relationship with the UFC, and, you know, they want me around, and I'm a UFC fighter for life, but we decided that I have all these big matches in RAF, and I have to go and do this. And it's like, okay, but that doesn't stop Arman Tsarukyan and many other guys. He's like, and I love what Colby says. He's like, I have to go and do these wrestling matches in RAF to wrestle all these guys that are active in the UFC to have these big matches like Khamzat Chimaev and Usman. And, you know, like he's naming all these guys that are still fighting in the UFC while doing RAF. But he's like, I have to only do RAF because that's how the UFC contract works. And it's like, well, no, it doesn't. It's not how it works for all these guys you're talking about wrestling in RAF, real American freestyle. It just didn't make a lot of sense from Colby. It seemed like he was coping for, you know, the fact that he has been let go by the UFC. They couldn't come to a deal. They weren't really interested in him. He wasn't as marketable as he thought he was. He was sad, and he's been rejected. You know, he wanted to be on that UFC White House card. He thought he'd be on the UFC White House card. I don't know if there's been any UFC fighter in the past 5, 6, 7 years, 8 to 10 years at this point, right, more vocal for Donald Trump. Has any UFC fighter been more vocal for Donald Trump than Colby Covington? No. Colby was more. And
John Jones.
No,
well,
Colby
they pretty much all were, dude.
No, but Colby,
Johnny,
come on,
back
man.
me up.
Colby made it his whole gimmick.
Yeah, no, Colby was definitely.
It was
yeah,
Colby's
Colby was
whole
definitely.
thing. He was the Trump guy before all of MMA became Trump guys. But he was like the original Trump guy, always talking about Trump, always talking about politics and Trump, and he wore the red hat and all that stuff. And now when it comes time for the White House card, Trump's not interested in him. Not interested in him. He says he's Trump's favorite fighter. When you ask Trump, he said Khabib. So, Colby Covington just rejected. Rejected from the UFC, rejected from the White House, rejected by Donald Trump. He could not get in to the group, and now he's trying to act like, well, I needed to go and do this wrestling thing. Come on, Colby Covington, I see through the bullshit. Come on, dude. And it's fine.
Could be
whatever.
possible,
Just
Dave.
tell the truth. Just tell the truth. I'm kind of, I've been fighting for a while. I'm 38 years old.
There you go.
I'm kind of semi-retired from MMA. I don't fight very much. I lost 2 in a row. I've lost 4 of my last 6 in the past 7 years. I'm kind of done. So I'm going to go do some wrestling because this is the twilight of my career. Don't be like, I'm always a UFC fighter, and this guy's never going to fight in the UFC again. Never.
You never know, dude. Anything's possible, but
you never know. I'll bet you. You want to bet?
Look, I'm pretty sure that he's going to step away. I mean, he's 38 years old. He has still a pretty good gig in wrestling without having to worry about elbows and kicks to the head. Where he can make some decent money in the RAF. And to be honest, he's got a point in some sense that he can start fighting some guys from the UFC because in RAF, UFC guy can't fight UFC guy. A UFC guy can fight a wrestler, but UFC to UFC guy, current, active, it doesn't happen. And that's the thing with the RAF. Yeah. So he's got a point, Colby. So now if he wants to fight Armin Tsarukyan.
Who says that?
Yeah,
is that the UFC?
That's a UFC, yeah. That's the UFC stipulation. But the thing is that if he wants to fight Hamzat, he could because he's not a current active fighter anymore. If he wants to fight Usman, he could. If he wants to fight Armin, he could. And Armin's been fighting. All of them have been fighting. But they don't fight UFC to UFC guy. Current active UFC guy. So that's what I think. I think he can make some pretty good money. He has a good presence in the RAF. Regardless or not, he's going to be at the UFC White House card. He'll be in attendance. He'll be there. He'll be sitting next to Trump. But he's going to really be pushing the RAF because I think that's a pretty cool gig with some pretty good money behind it without having the major injuries that you get through the UFC, especially at 38 years old. The recovery is very hard. George St. Pierre actually admitted it today. But, I think it's more of a legit move than not, Dave, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't mean that he can't come to the UFC for some.
I don't buy it.
Look.
He's done.
I think he's done, but I think he's done with a new direction.
Look, I'm respectful for most of the fighters, but for Colby Covington, I have a special place of disrespect. I got no respect.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's a total.
No, I like Colby.
He said some really dumb stuff over the years.
Man, who hasn't in the UFC, man? There's so many, but
George St. Pierre.
He said some.
Lyoto Machida.
Good point. I'm trying to think. George.
I mean, George has said some stuff outside of the UFC, but when he was fighting, he's been good. Outside of the UFC, George, like current George, I go, oof.
George, what are you doing, bud? What are you doing?
Every time I see him out doing something or when he opens his mouth and makes comments and has ideas about things, I go, oh. Stop.
Georgie.
Why? It's like I'm starting to feel about George St. Pierre the way I feel about Wayne Gretzky, which is not good.
Don't diss the great one, man. Hey, listen, Johnny. Before we move any further, Johnny's got a
sell
point.
Us out. I mean, he's
good old Wayne, man. Well, he did go from Edmonton to LA and won a Stanley Cup there. He did leave the great Canadian. That was way back, man, when Gretzky went over to LA and everybody was freaking out. Yeah, he loves the States. He made the Los Angeles Kings, dude. Him and John Candy, another great Canadian.
Yeah, he's a traitor to his country. Always has been, always will be.
What? Damn, Dave.
Wayne Gretzky,
you're gonna get a lot of hate
traitor to
mail.
his country. Left Edmonton, left a great dynasty, and the franchise has never recovered.
But actually, I'm going to tell you something. If it wasn't for Gretzky going to LA,
won a cup in LA, as Johnny North points out. He was in the Cup Finals, but he lost in '93 to the Canadiens.
Yeah, but he brought him there, and let's not forget, Johnny.
He won a cup with the Rangers in New York, I believe, with Messier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think about it. When he went to LA,
the Rangers are
he is the reason why. The Rangers.
I like the New York teams. I'm happy about the Knicks doing well. I like all New York teams. Knicks, Yankees, Rangers, Giants, not Jets.
I got to go with Johnny with the Boston Celtics there. But listen, I'm just going to say one thing.
Boston, nothing. No Boston for anything ever. No Patriots, no Celtics, no Red Sox, no whatever else they have. Bruins, no. Yuck. Only Edmonton, not Rangers? I thought he won a cup with the Rangers. I thought Mark Messier won a cup with the Rangers.
Yeah, I think
Gretzky
Messier won a
with him
cup
at that point? I thought it was Gretzky with Messier winning the cup with the Rangers. Was it just Messier, or did the Rangers not win a Stanley Cup? Am I misremembering that? 1994. But Gretzky wasn't on the team. The Rangers won.
Yeah, remember Messier? Messier was a superstar in New York. He was winning
Mark Messier
championships.
was the man.
He was dating Madonna, dude. Remember
chips?
that?
Huh?
Lay's chips, laying Madonna. Listen, man, there's all kinds. Yeah, man, he was laying Madonna. You know,
it was kind of half of being a celebrity.
She wasn't like a virgin in that episode, but I'm going to tell you something.
All right.
Listen, man, I'm just saying it as it is, New York style. Listen, I just want to just go back one thing about Gretzky. When Gretzky went to LA, that's the reason why hockey got so popular in the States. Gretzky brought the game of hockey like to a higher level in the States. No doubt about it. He brought eyes, and that's another reason like
is that good?
So many American teams. Well, in a way it was good because it kind of kept the NHL like floating above, but it did kill like Canadian hockey. I mean, we haven't won a Stanley Cup in 30 years in Canada.
33 years.
33 years. Well, wait, hold on a sec. No. I'm mistaken.
Since the Canadians in 93.
No, but I think Calgary wanted. Johnny,
no,
help us out here.
No.
Wasn't it Calgary that won it after?
The last Canadian team to win a Stanley Cup was the Montreal Canadiens in 1993. I
thought the Flames won it like later.
No.
Check, dude.
No, I'm checking.
33.
Calgary Flames won the Stanley Cup.
In what year?
In 89.
Wow, was it that long ago?
89.
Damn.
Canadians are the last Canadian team to win.
Jesus, man.
3. And it would be nice if
Stanley
they could
Cups.
win this year. You know, it would be nice if they would win the Stanley Cup because, like, no offense to Carolina and their fans, but I know that it would mean more to the Montreal Canadiens fans and the people of this city than it would to the people of Carolina.
Johnny's right.
You know? It's just people would, you know?
It's like
more
Toronto Blue Jays winning like every year for like a decade. You'd want to see like the World Series in the States, right? Canada wants to see the Cup in Canada again.
Yeah, well, the Blue Jays winning for a decade is crazy. That's never going to happen.
I mean,
last year was as close as they're going to get, AJ.
Well, thanks to that stupid wall. If it wasn't for that,
we're almost there.
Listen, man, it was the wall that screwed them.
As close as they're ever going to get again.
The wall screwed them. If that ball didn't land in the wall, man, the Blue Jays were winning the World Series.
I mean, I'm saying that now, and I really should be quiet because the Jays are sneakily starting to win some games and getting back into it. They're in a 1-1 game right now with the Orioles. The Blue Jays are creeping towards 500. I think they're in third place now in the East. The Jays are slowly coming back. I mean, they're still like 7 games back of the Yankees, and 8.5 back of the lead, but still. Don't count them out. I mean, they were so good last year. It'd be weird for them to just completely disappear this year. But it's been nice that they've been so bad, that the Yankees don't really have to think about them.
What?
Well, for me, for a Yankee fan, it's nice that the Jays aren't a problem anymore because last year they were such a problem for my team. So I like to see them not doing well because it's easier for my team to win. There are only 3 teams in the whole American League, 3 out of 15 that are over 500.
Wow.
There are only 3 teams in the American League right now that have winning records.
It's crazy, man.
It's nuts. And 2 of them are in the East. The Rays, the Yankees, and the Guardians, who the Yankees are playing in New York next week, and then the week after they're playing in Cleveland. So we're going to have some big tests against the Guardians. 6 games in the next couple
Angelo,
of weeks.
welcome back.
So,
Angelo's in-house, man. He's not working. Oh, by the way, it was Angelo's birthday. Did we wish Angelo a birthday?
We wished him happy birthday. We did like a whole thing on the screen.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. It's not Greek Independence Day yet. I know it's coming up. There's something with Angelo. Something, I don't know if it was his... We gave him his kudos for his birthday.
Yeah.
Something else.
I don't know.
Let us know, Angelo.
AJ.
Tell me, bro.
UFC Freedom 250 is coming up, okay?
Freedom. It's freedom.
Do you know that the UFC is self-regulating the event because it doesn't fall under any actual athletic commission? So they, along with the Association of Boxing Commissions, are going to regulate this event. The UFC is partnering with them, which means the UFC is going to... The ABC, the Association of Boxing Commissions, are going to license and sanction the bouts, but the UFC is going to handle all the judges and refereeing and all of that stuff. I mean, it's like... It's not the same as most fights. Most fights are regulated by the Nevada Athletic Commission, the California Athletic Commission, the Quebec Régie des courses d'alcool et des jeux, right? There's commissions in place by the government, but for the UFC show at the White House lawn, funny enough, there is no government oversight. You would think the one place where there would be some government oversight would be the White House, but no oversight there. So the UFC is kind of handling its own thing, which is, I don't think shady. I think the UFC and the ABC will handle it, and it'll be upstanding. I don't really see much cause for concern, although if we see some weird scores and they're going in the favor of somebody you think that the UFC might want to win for whatever reason, there's going to be conspiracy theories. So, it just leaves the door open for some questions, which is never good when we're having championship fights. We're having very high-level MMA fights coming up on the White House lawn outdoors June the 14th. So it's coming up here in just a couple of weeks, and, people are starting to raise some questions, and I'm seeing a lot of questions. The regulation, the commission, the referees, the judges, all of that stuff, that's kind of in question. The elements as well. Like, I saw Joe Rogan making a lot of sense, which I was like, uh-oh, if I'm agreeing with Joe Rogan, what does that mean for what I'm thinking? But anyways, he was like, there's going to be a lot of bugs, and the lights, the Dana's already saying that the lights are going to attract bugs, and they don't know what to do about all the bugs and the heat. It's going to be really hot in D.C., and, these are world championship fights. This is Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. It's Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. It's not like just doing some rinky-dink kind of exhibition fights for fun. These are big fights that will count in major ways towards the future of these guys' careers. If Alex Pereira, gets stung by a bunch of mosquitoes and Cyril Gane punches him in the face and he doesn't see it coming and he gets knocked out, all of a sudden, there goes Pereira's career. And, the elements...
Good point.
The elements... It's,
a bug
it's
in your eye,
that all that stuff is at play, that it's going to be outside, that it is going to be hot, that there are going to be bugs, which I didn't realize. Like, I've been to D.C., and, I think it was around June. I've been to D.C., maybe May. I went with, in high school for a class trip, and it was hot. I remember it being hot, But, yeah, fighting under those conditions would be nuts, man. Like, I don't know. It's the closer we get to it, the more you start to break down, like, okay, well, what's this actually going to be like? And then you start to see the images of what it's going to look like, and it's like, well, it looks cool. It does look cool. I can't say it doesn't look cool. You know, with the White House and the thing and the whole thing. It's going to look awesome. Production-wise, it's going to look awesome. But, like, in reality, how it's going to be for the fighters, for the people in attendance, like, I don't really care about the people in attendance because it's mostly going to be super rich, elite people, like, whatever. They
no,
can be
actually, it's not. In fact, from what I heard, most of the tickets are going to be given to service men and women.
Oh, okay, fine. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
They're used to uncomfortable situations anyway, so they'll be fine.
Well, you got a point. Like, if you're fighting and a bug gets in your eye.
Let's say that this Trump regime hasn't been the best with security for themselves. Throw that out there. Like, the Secret Service with Trump has not been great. They've not been great.
They better be like on the ball, man.
This is not something that I'm saying, this is not a partisan statement. This is just a fact. The Secret Service, like, Trump people would agree and anti-Trump people would agree, the Secret Service around Donald Trump has not been strong. There's been a lot of incidents. Close calls.
It's getting better. Getting better.
Is it?
Yeah.
When was a correspondence dinner?
Yeah, you're right. You got a good point there. No,
Dude,
you're right, Dave.
This stuff happens all the time.
You're right.
And now we're going to have this big, giant outdoor thing. And not only are they having this big outdoor thing where the fights are, but, like, near there, they're having, like, 50, 60,000 people to watch it outside on screens.
Crazy,
How safe
man.
is that going to be? How secure is all that going to be? I would not go. I would be nervous. I would be nervous about being uncomfortable in the heat and the bugs. Heat and bugs I don't like. Although heat doesn't bother me, but bugs I don't like. But also the security aspect. It's a little creepy. Just given how tense times are and how weird things are and how their own security has been kind of weak, that you think, ugh, is this going to work? Is this going to be okay? I just hope it works. I hope it works, that it's fine, that the fights are good and everything's normal and everything works out. I'm not saying these things hoping it fails, you know? I feel like a lot of people go, oh, well, this and this and this and this, and they're kind of like, ooh, I can't wait to see this all crumble. I am not hoping for it to crumble. I'm hoping for it to be a massive success because I like MMA, I like the UFC, and I like the fighters, and I want to see it all go well. And I don't want to see anything horrible happen, obviously, you know? But
no,
I have concerns, you know? It's a little bit like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. Like, there's a lot of elements at play. The weather, the bugs, just the fighters, the commission, the judges, the president, the security, all the people, the logistics of it all.
The weigh-in. Like, who's going to really be like...
Where's the weigh-in?
That's another thing.
Is it going to be
you know?
real?
So,
you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's many aspects with the weigh-in, too. Like, are they really going to be, like, you know, keeping with the weight cut number? Or where's the weigh-in going to be? You know, where's the press conferences going to be? Like, there's a lot of things that are, you know, up in the air, which could be, like, security concerns as well. Not just for, like, you know, like, for politicians, but like for fighters themselves, because you never know. You're right, because it is a very, how can I say it? It's a very extreme card in a sense. It's never happened before in any other sport, in some sense. You know, it never happened in the White House lawn since Abraham Lincoln. So there's a lot that, you know, that's riding on this card, and I feel like you, Dave.
They had MMA
I think
on
security
the White House lawn when Abraham Lincoln was president?
No, not well. They did have quite a few fights, you know, from the North and the South. That's true.
Was it MMA?
You know, but well,
did
it was mostly rules? Like the rule was, you know, keep pumping and shooting, man. Put it in.
That's what she said. See, there you go. That's how you do it, AJ. Okay.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I'm a little concerned. I hope it goes well.
I'm concerned, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it will. But you're right. They got to be on the ball, man. Like it's,
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the weather than anything. I think the weather is going to be a real issue for the fighters.
I didn't realize it was that hot in in Washington.
Well, just fighting outside, man. I mean, those arenas are air conditioned. It's different.
Well, when
Fighting
you look
outside
at
is
fights
different than
outside,
fighting in an arena.
right? Like, where would you have seen like the biggest fights were in boxing? Thrilla in Manila. Rumble in the Jungle with these were fights that took place outside with hundreds of thousands of people.
Do you think it's possible for that event to be any hotter than that UFC fight night in Ottawa where the air conditioning broke in the building?
We lived it. You got a good point there, Dave.
Horrible.
Because, dude, that was like
I remember how
death.
it was for us. Imagine the fighters. They
Well,
were
that's
in the
what I'm
arena
trying to
too.
say. It was disgusting. I mean, I still remember it like yesterday. It was a horrible. I was out. You were down at least some area where there was
go,
less people.
outside in a tent and watch it on screens. Yeah, for the media.
AJ was stuck with all the MMA guys at the top, and we were all dying. And then it was crazy. People were sweating. People were taking off their clothes. The beer that was flowing just to keep hydrated was insane. It was, dude, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. But you're right. It was a mess.
I can't picture it being hotter than that. That was really bad.
That was bad.
That was really
AJ
bad.
lost about 12 pounds before that event was over.
That was Ottawa, Ontario, but in the summertime with no air conditioning. That building, the air conditioning died. There was
And then they sent, did you get the email? I think it was a day or 2 days later. We'd like to apologize for the inconvenience of our air conditioning that broke down.
No,
dude, I'm surprised nobody died in there.
Well, I guess,
and you couldn't get out
because they felt bad. But for me, I had a pass, so there was just whatever.
But it was weird, man. But yeah, you're right. Factors of being outside are very different from Thrilla and Manila and Rumble in the Jungle times. There wasn't any was there any political connection to them? Not entirely. Freedom 250 is. So, yeah, I'm getting nervous coming up to it, to be honest.
Yep. Well, hope it goes all right. But, hey, if you're worried about it, okay, if you have any stress or anxiety about it, Dana White doesn't want to hear about it, okay? He wants you to shut up. If you're feeling bad, if you're feeling like maybe you don't want to be around anymore, Dana White wants you to keep it to yourself. Don't be a bitch.
And shut up.
According to Dana White, who's a just moron. Dana White's taking a lot of heat for some comments he made this week.
What did he say?
He said he was featured in Time magazine, and he said people should stop talking about their mental health struggles publicly and should instead handle it behind closed doors. He says, and I quote, "Talking about it publicly, I just feel like it opens the door to make young men think that it's okay to just fucking go, oh, I'm having mental health issues. Handle it behind closed doors. Don't show that weakness to anybody. I am unapologetically masculine. What is toxic masculinity? Who has it? Who's too masculine?" I'll tell you what, Dana White, you are toxic.
Yes, boy!
Toxic. I mean, that's just awful. That's just terrible. It's a terrible way to think. It's a terrible way to live life. And this is what happens to you when your mother doesn't love you. And that's what happened to Dana White. Dana White's mother never loved him. And this is something not many people know. Dana White's mother wrote a book about how much her son was awful and she disliked him. She went on a book tour. And she appeared,
is this true?
Yes. And she appeared on this very show. And she said terrible things about her son, Dana White. So bad that I had to take to his defense and go, geez, if my mom was on the radio saying these things about me, I'd be pretty upset. She's like, well, he was da-da-da and blah, 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 blah. I can
should
dig
have
it
had a
up in the
clip of that,
archives.
dude.
I'm sure I have it in the
Yeah.
Ringside Report archive somewhere. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that would be. We should be like posting that. That's
she's
crazy, man.
She's dead now.
Oh.
But Dana White is a broken man. He's not masculine. He's not tough. He's broken. This is a man whose mother never loved him. This is a man who strikes in the face the mother of his children and his current wife. I mean, whatever that means in Dana White's world. This is a man with a gambling addiction. This is a man probably with a woman addiction. Who knows what else? Who knows what else he's sticking in his body to look all puffed up the way he is? All red in the face. Dana White goes to the casino and thinks he's beating them. Dana White is so inflated with ego, he thinks he's so smart. He's a genius that can beat the casinos because he's got a system. You know who thinks they have systems and they're beating the casinos? Compulsive gamblers who fucking lose. He will eventually lose. He will run out of money eventually. He's got to. You can't run the way Dana White is running and live to tell the tale. Dana White has stepped over the line. And to tell people, don't talk about your mental health issues, shut up about it, and blah, blah, blah. When one of his fighters said recently, I forget who it was, but a guy said, you know, I thought about taking my own life a few weeks ago, and it's nice to win this fight, and, you know, he was like, and then they asked Dana about it, and they're like, Dana, what about this? Like, did you know about this? He's like, no. We got to deal with that. We got to get them some help. So if you do, if you care, why wouldn't you want them saying something? It's just a terrible thing to say, a terrible way to live. But this is who Dana White is. Again, this is a man whose mother didn't love him and who hits his wife in the face. At least once that we know of because it was caught on video. Imagine all the times he smacked her that wasn't on video.
Allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly? No, there's a video. You saw it. It was on TMZ. There's no allegedly. Yeah. He smacked her in the face, the mother of his children. This is the man who's so masculine. It's not masculine to hit a woman in the face. You're broken. You need to seek mental help. You need help with whatever you're going through, Dana White. You're trying to plug in all these addictions and all this bullshit and all this macho nonsense. But when you're at home at night by yourself, how do you feel? How do you feel? It's sad.
Pretty deep, Dave. From Dana White. Pretty deep, man.
It's pathetic because he's not a man. A man is secure enough,
dude,
to be able to help other men. AJ's got to go. A man is secure enough to do the show by himself when his co-host leaves him. God damn it. It's just gross talk from Dana White. Yeah, especially, you know, Dana White says this stuff, and then you see what happened with the great hockey player Claude Lemieux and how he passed away today. Just awful. Condolences to him and his family. Terrible. Talk about things. It will help. Believe me. I don't know where AJ went. AJ's kid is with him. AJ's got Caden with him, his boy. And I think Caden needed something. So AJ went to deal with Caden. And I'm solo right now, but he'll be back in a minute. I'm going to be not here tomorrow because there's no Wrestling Uncensored tomorrow night because Johnny North is wrestling. Johnny is wrestling tomorrow night. It's Pandemonium. Pandemonium! And I will be there. And AJ, I think, will be there too, right?
Yes.
You're going to Johnny's show tomorrow?
Yeah. What time is it at again? The show.
You have the tickets. You know, Johnny gave his comp tickets to you instead of me. So you better use them, because if you're not using them, give them to me so I don't have to pay for tickets. Are you using them? I don't like that smile. I don't trust it.
Kind of like Dana.
Oh, boy.
Let me tell you.
We'll talk off the air, AJ.
Off air. I missed everything. I had to fly out there. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You didn't miss anything. We're good.
Okay.
But I'll be back tomorrow. Doors open at 6. The show is at 7 tomorrow. Okay. So I won't be here tomorrow for Wrestling Uncensored, but I will be back here, okay, special edition on Sunday after the Clash in Italy. They're in Torino, AJ. Torino. On Sunday.
In Italy?
Italy.
Wow.
Clash in Italy. Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. Tribal Combat. You've got Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the WWE Championship. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. And other matches. Sol Ruca, Becky Lynch, all going down Sunday. Clash in Italy. And I will do a post show for that. So I'll be on right after the Clash this Sunday. Thank you to everybody tuning in. Shout out Angelo. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Right here
Angelo.
on the Ringside Report Network.
We appreciate your support and you being part of our community. Share, subscribe, and join us again on the Ringside Report Network, the Combat Sports Authority.